Hi, my name is Christina Mraz, and I am the director of Chair Holy Yoga program. So I'm going to bring you today a miniature Holy Yoga class that deals specifically for people with arthritis. So when you have arthritis, you know that it really affects your joints and your ability to move. So we're going to start to open up the joints and then get into a little bit of a yoga practice with that. So to start with, we're going to take and work on the hands and the feet. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the hands as wide as we can. And we're going to lift the toes up and try to spread them away from each other. And then from here, make a fist with your hands and then tuck your toes under. So we're just going to move in that, just opening up and then making a fist, wrapping the thumb to the outside. Just a few more. Good, and then from here, we're going to start to add some mobility of the hips. So hands can rest, we're going to grab a knee, and as you bring that knee in, you can start to circle that knee around. So you're going to find in this little series that you can add to this. So if you want to get some music out, your favorite Christian music out right now, and have that playing in the background as you watch this, take and do that. Also too, if you want to start by reading a scripture that is going to be your focus and your intention for this little miniature class, you can do that as well. Start to circle the other direction. So in these movements, really trying to make it as big as you can to start to lubricate the joints. And let's take and switch other knee. So as you begin to circle, think of a stack of books at the top of your head, and that allows you to lengthen up and takes you out of rounding through the lower back, but brings you into a lifted position. And then let's circle the other direction. Good. From here, as you release that leg down, we're going to take it towards the shoulders. So bring your fingertips towards your shoulders. And we're going to take and roll the shoulders forward. You can kind of round the spine here. And then we're going to pull the shoulders back as you lift the heart. So you can start to move this with your breath and exhale forward, inhaling up. So in that inhalation, you're just using your breath to connect to God, and then the exhalation, you're surrendering into whatever it is that God is guiding you into. Good, last one. As you come up tall with that next one, start to make circles with your elbows. And as you start to circle, make it a little bit bigger each time. You might notice that as you circle around, you're hearing some grinding or some creaks or some popping happening, and that's okay. From here, as you release, do small circles to the opposite direction. And again, as you circle, start to make it a little bit bigger as you go. Good, and then with that last one, bring your arms down here. Just place your hands onto your thighs. We're going to move the spine and the pelvis a little bit. So start by tucking your tailbone under, and then begin to round your spine back, chin coming towards your chest. And then start to draw yourself all the way up. So just continue to do that motion of rounding back and bringing yourself up. I'm going to turn towards the side so you can see it this way as well. So you're starting up tall, and then you're tucking the tailbone under, rounding back. And then bring yourself back up. Good. Take and do one more. Then when you come up with that last one, we're going to take and just begin to move our hips from one side to the other. So you're going to lift one hip bone up and then the other side. And then we're going to start to move this into a little bit of a circle. So you're going to go to one side of your hip, then you're going to drop forward, take it to the other side, round it back. So nice big circle here of the entire pelvis. Good, and then circle the other direction. And then we'll come back to the center. And let's start to move our head. So chin coming down and then up towards the ceiling. then with that next one, let's bring the chin level with the floor and start to look over one shoulder and the other side. So in this one, it's really important that you keep your shoulder blades shining forward and that when you twist, you're not twisting a shoulder with us. That's a little bit different. Right now, we're really working on the mobility of the neck because that's really important as you get older, particularly for driving. Good. Now as the head comes center, let's take and bring the knees and feet together. So just a little pressure of the knees together. We're going to twist to one side, and as you do that, I want you to take and look at your knees and make sure that they're the same length. And then we're going to come back center, turn the other way. So each time just moving, exhaling, twisting to one side, inhaling forward, and the other side. Again, making the knees level. Good. As you come back to the center, let the feet come back to pelvic distance apart. So those are some really great exercises to just start to warm up the joints. And now we're just going to do some flowing sequences, a little bit more of the yoga side of it. So on an in-breath, take your arms up above you. On an exhale, take and release all the way forward to whichever your ability is. And then you're going to bring your hands onto your shins. You're going to lift halfway up. And then release all the way back down. Good. Hands coming then to the knees. Use your arms to press yourself back up. Good. So inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, come all the way down. Next breath, hands on your shins. Press halfway up. Lengthen the spine. Take and release. And again, bring your hands on your knees. Guide yourself back up. Good, we're going to go through that one more time. We're going to add on to it just a little bit. So arms above you this time. Lean to one side. Coming up. Lean to the other side. And up. Next exhale, release it all the way down. Next inhalation, lift halfway up. In your exhale, release back down. Hands coming onto the knees. Press yourself all the way back up. Good. From here, take your right leg, step it out to the side. Left leg's going to come back, so into a warrior two stance. Your pelvis is going to shine straight forward. Arms are going to come straight out here. So palms turning up, open up through the hands. You can turn your gaze to look over your front fingers. Good. So just a few breaths here. Next exhale, hands coming down. You can start to switch to the other side. So left knee goes out, right leg goes back. Your toes might be pointed out on the opposite leg, or they might be forward, just wherever works for you. Arms reaching out, taking your gaze forward, sitting up nice and tall. And the next breath, hands coming back down. You can walk the feet back to pelvic distance apart here. All right, we're going to end with just a few deep breaths with some movement. So you're going to inhale, reach your arms back. As you exhale, wrap your arms around you as you kind of walk your fingertips back. So big inhale, opening up. Exhale, bring the other arm over top, walk the fingers back. Just move with your breath here. Just thanking God for this day, the ability to move your body. Good. I'm going to do one more. And then just hold in that embrace as if God were giving you a big hug today. And feel the breath move into your upper back. The shoulders settle back down. Good, and then release here. Just take a few breaths here. If you want to close your eyes, close your eyes. And just begin to feel the sensations through your body. So just begin to feel your toes, your ankles, your knees, hips, your spine, shoulders, hands, elbows, neck, and face. And hopefully they feel a little bit more open. Maybe some of that tension and stiffness that you were experiencing before has subsided a little bit. Good. With your next breath, take your arms all the way up above you. As you exhale, bring your hands into prayer by your heart. Thank you for joining me today.